Pessoal, vamos agora pro top 8 da eliminatória. E cara, a gente tá vendo, depois de muito, mas muito tempo, uma Artemis em campeonato, tá? Coisa rara demais de acontecer em campeonatos oficiais, beleza? E eu quero muito ver o desempenho dele, né? Com essa skin e muito da hora, inclusive. E o Stingray vindo novamente de Orion, né? Ele tava testando outros personagens, se eu não me engano. E em outros campeonatos, né? Agora ele tá vindo de Orion nesse camp e ele tá tendo um desempenho interessante. Tudo bem que ele tá do lado da eliminatória, mas ele ainda tá no campeonato, tá ligado? Isso que importa, porque existe a chance de conseguir ganhar ainda, né, mano? Enfim, se você quiser receber uma análise de gameplay, meu querido, é só se tornar membro a partir de R$ 7,99. E a partir de R$ 2,99 você já me dá uma ajuda pra caramba, tá? Uma ajuda baita já pra mim. Eu agradeço muito. É nice.
Here in a little bit. Stingray
Ah, detalhe interessante, Orion versus Artemis, né?
Gets stopped though by Darwin. Ooh, reaching down with the dare.
Lar
Couldn't quite get it though. Stingray's gonna get a little bit of a punish off of it. Ooh, the turnaround off of that signature. Very, very clean. He's gonna swap it over. He's gonna keep the lance. He's not gonna confirm the stock yet though. He thought about going out there. Gonna go ahead and give Stingray a little bit of respect. Ooh, the misstep
Ooh,
a
okay.
little bit. He didn't touch, bro.
Yeah, I liked the weapon toss up there. You saw Stingray was definitely going for the unarmed edge guard, but Darwin didn't have the movement there, which is crazy because it's Artemis, like 8 movement speed. Like, you have movement.
Okay, see if he can come back from that little misstep though. He's gonna have to do it with the scythe and in the edge guard. Stingray just kind of stopping, pausing everything, throwing Darwin off a little bit. Ooh, dodge through the nair. But Stingray no follow up, gonna step back, give him the space. Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit of awkwardness on the side of Darwin. I'm expecting, like, okay, try to find the finisher. It's going to be a down air, real deep down there. Nice, I didn't take too long to get it, but man, little, like, I don't know how to describe it besides, like, clumsy trying to find that KO option.
A little bit. I mean, this is game number 1. They probably trying to feel it out just a little bit. We're kind of seeing it looks a little awkward in the neutral from both of them, honestly. Just kind of trying to figure out what the best openers are, the best way. Ooh, Darwin gonna put himself over in between that edge and Stingray yet again. The dare is gonna swing Stingray back over, trying to work it with the aerials off the spear, but Darwin staying out of those hitboxes again, a dodging out of their cover, but Stingray gonna follow up with a second one. Darwin just floating. I think he can actually fly at this point.
Nice. Good jump down airs. Darwin's doing a really good job evening out this damage.
It's a good point. He did bring it pretty much completely back even, but Stingray is going to be the first one to strike on that second stock, and Darwin's going to have to play catch up yet again. Tries to go straight to work, whiffing on the neutral sig. Stingray had 2 really good opportunities to get some good punishes in, and didn't take advantage of either one of them.
Quem tá ligado, mano. Eu odeio jogar contra a Artemis. É uma personagem muito rápida, tem sigs muito rápidas. Side sig de Rocket completamente quebrada. E é impressionante até não ver personagens, não ver players jogando com ela em campeonato, mano.
To keep Stingray off of that weapon drop, though, he's going to have to do it against the spear. Dare into neutral light, hit the neutral light again, whiffed on the 3rd attempt, though.
Okay, going real high there. No swings, both of them really just waiting for that one opportunity. You see Darwin finds the opener with that neutral air, but just doesn't quite have a read on how Stingray's going to react.
With that nice fadeaway Sayer, able to get a little bit of damage and keep the distance. Darwin's just dancing. He's not wanting to waste any opportunity. If he's going to push the attack button, he's trying to make sure that it is on point and methodical. Ooh, he had a good opportunity for a dare there, but instead he got Sayered from Stingray.
Nice.
Nice
this
punch from
bad.
Stingray.
Okay. So gets the touch there. Stingray ends up disengaging. Was expecting Darwin to go a little higher on that one. Goes up for the recovery. Darwin still not able to find counter punishes. A little bit behind in the damage department. Throws out the neutral signature, and Stingray's got a punish. Ooh. Little misinput there, or maybe just trying
Acabou errando o combo ali, mano.
was up, so Stingray missed, but is that enough? Yes, it
enough.
is.
Absolutely is. And a very hard-fought battle for both of them, but Darwin is going to go ahead and get out front.
Level 100.
And we
Putting out damage on the...
Let's go, vamos ver. Cara, esse mapa eu acho que é ok pra Artemis. Tipo, pra jogar de Artemis. Tem o fator da downsig de foice dela. Cobrir um pouquinho da edge, mas é bem pouco. É uma sig um pouco lenta também. Tipo, não acho que vai dar uma vantagem tão absurda assim pra ela, pra ser sincero. Mas ela tem potencial de KO na vertical bem interessante com o Rocket, né? Então, na vertical não, na horizontal. Então acho que é um mapa bem ok, assim, pra ela, sabe? E pro Orion, tem esse fator aí, que eu ia comentar agora, que dá pra tirar proveito, mas também não acho que seja igual uma downsig de machado do Rayman, tá ligado?
Stingray interrupting, coming up underneath with the recovery. But Darwin send him right back over to the right side of the stage. Dare's going to send him off stage. Every time he gets Stingray in that position, I think he's going to try and heat up. And Stingray is able to just get back on the stage and bring it right back to neutral. Another Dare.
Ooh, okay. Was expecting Stingray to go high. Darwin using a lot of movement out there, but Stingray full disengage, wanted to have a weapon to go up against Darwin. Down Sig to punish, and it will KO. Stingray classic, man. He's one of the reasons why that Sig got nerfed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I love the fact that he does disengage all the way. He wants to fight. Let Darwin come all the way back over. Let's do it from neutral. Ooh. Dare from a Darwin. He went over and did it the other way. Stingray's not coming back from that. The weapon throw is going to make sure of it. And Darwin, just like game number one, a little bit of deja vu. We're seeing him just trail just right behind Stingray every step of the way.
Still starting to find some good damage. Once again, Stingray over to the spear. I'm almost curious if there's a world where Stingray can kind of force Darwin to stick on that lance for a little while longer, see how much that will turn in his favor.
Stingray working the pogos. Darwin daring him off stage, but not following up. He knew Stingray still had plenty of options. Ooh, trying to work that side sig in. Stingray stayed out of the way of it. The gravity cancel D-Light, though, is going to put him in the position. Stingray coming up with the second recovery. Couldn't get the weapon throw on the way back down either. He is going to stay on at the spear. Nair is going to whiff, but that down sig connects again. The weapon throw, he tried to javelin it all the way across the stage. Came in a little shallow. Darwin's now fighting unarmed. Okay, back on the scythe with the Dare. Stingray, a little early on the recovery. Darwin shutting that one down with the weapon throw. And the neutral sig connects and takes him all the way to the top.
Isso deu KO. Mano, eu senti que, tipo, o personagem ficou voando por muito tempo.
In the set, still, it's not the biggest lead. Darwin's going to be looking for some more. Downlight into the recovery, not quite enough for Stingray.
Ooh, that Nair's going to go ahead and connect. Darwin trying to work him, trying to finesse those follow-ups in there, mix up his options, keep Stingray guessing. Recovery's going to catch Stingray. Now in a good position to work that edge guard. Ooh,
easy
with
punish.
the down sig, Darwin stayed in his tracks that time and did not walk into it. That recovery, though, is going to connect, and Stingray's going to go ahead and get that second stock off of Darwin.
It's really interesting to me how many Spear players have kind of fallen away from using Spear ground pound, because it can be a really good tool, and you're seeing right there Stingray really just closing off options for Darwin. Still, he's behind. Does he have a way in? No, he doesn't. A ground pound from Darwin.
Doideira, cara. Eu queria realmente, tipo, que tivesse alguém assim pra trazer mais visibilidade pro personagem, porque, olha, é uma personagem muito boa. Ela é uma personagem bem... Ela é popular, tá, gente? Mas ela é popular, assim, mais na galera que é mais casual. Agora, entre pro players é muito raro.
Personal preference.
Oh, yeah. Both of these players not want to be the first ones to engage. Whiffed on the Dare. Stingray just getting it with a D-Light. Both of them playing super, super safe here.
Yeah, he's playing a little further back. Goes for the double Nair. Went for the recovery setup, but Darwin has him in the open air. Stingray sweat beating, but still manages to come back down safely. Darwin in the red, and it's going to be the spear recovery from Stingray to get the first stock.
And that's a pretty good early stock. I mean, we're 45 seconds in. Stingray is still in yellow. And we are already working into extra credit here on Darwin in game number 3. Darwin with the side sig, though, is going to catch Stingray a little off guard. The neutral light connects as well, but Stingray is going to go and reverse the positioning. Okay, we're going to go and back it up into the center stage, back into neutral. Lance against Lance. Darwin's going to push him off stage. Ooh. Stingray comes back with the Dare and backs off. No, there's not a whole lot of real pressure coming from either one of these guys off stage.
I really like that option from Darwin to go for that gravity cancel neutral signature. Definitely a risky option, but if Stingray was going to try to continue that pressure, could have shut that down. Instead, Stingray backed up very intelligently, and he's going for more. Goes for the side light side air. Darwin in the open air, still comes back up. Lots of movement, but the downlight ground pound gets him over the corner.
Ooh, Darwin being able to get that recovery to get back up on stage, but can he get a weapon before he gets snared? No. Oh, he did. He picked up the scythe. Snares his way back on stage. He needs to confirm this stock before he goes down to one. He's not going to do it. The dare, I mean, the down sig is going to go ahead and take care of it. And Stingray just jumping around, showing the movement, and he's dialed in. One more to go on Darwin here in game number 3.
Yeah, it really feels like Stingray figured out what he needed to do. A lot of it seems to be lean more on the lance against Darwin's scythe. That's been his predominant tool, and you've seen like so many sidelight dares, so many downlights as well as Darwin tries to stack up.
Ooh, Dare's gonna whiff. Stingray's gonna take advantage of it. There's a 2-piece off the back of it. Darwin went a little low. Stingray able to catch him with a neutral light coming back on stage. Ooh, whiffed on the neutral light. Saring him back over. Stingray's now putting that pressure on the edge guard.
Yeah, just playing that spacing game, using that long range. That is one of the things we talk about with Spear, right? Like, it doesn't have the best stacked up tool, and so Stingray's trying to make sure Darwin does not stack up. Side air gonna whiff.
It does make things very, very difficult if you're on Spear. Darwin, though, working the dare. Ooh, gravity cancel sidelight whiffed. Stingray just backing up. So much respect, so much space.
Darwin in the red. Stingray's going to start looking for that recovery setup. Darwin sweat beating goes over Stingray, but Stingray doesn't swing.
Disarms Infect, but that puts Darwin back on the lance. Should be a pretty easy cleanup for Stingray at this point. Darwin, though, putting a little more damage on him before he goes. Stingray back on the lance. Ooh. Couldn't catch a landing, but the down sit catches. And see if he can continue that streak, though, as we get...
Como, pessoal, eu não conheço Darwin e eu não tenho como falar se ele tem um pique reserva, tá ligado? Se ele tem algum outro Legend de foice que ele joga, ou de Rocket Lance. É um player, assim, primeira vez que eu tô vendo em tela, pra falar a verdade.
Lots of movement here. Lots of just dancing around, trying to bait the other person, do unaction.
Definitely a very slow down pace. Okay. Darwin trying to catch Lenny, couldn't. Whipped on the neutral sig, and Stingray gets a good punish. 3-piece off of it, finishing off with the nair there. Darwin, though, is going to slap him with the down air. And the neutral game between these two players is actually really tense.
Ooh.
Side sig, not quite enough.
Just a little too far to the right for that.
Stingray definitely felt it, though. Finish off with the recovery, looking for the second one. Darwin went ahead and got the reversal on it. Eats the weapon throw.
No dodge.
Yep.
And that's going to be the KO. Stingray, full capitalization, saw that the dodge was down because Darwin went for that gravity cancel down light. So Stingray able to get the double down light for the extra damage and the recovery for the off the vertical. Oh, yep. Yeah,
that was pretty fair. Gonna whiff a down light like that, being stacked. Darwin gonna go and let the down stick fly. Okay. Back-to-back neutral lights. Stingray's on the run, but now he has Spear, and he has been absolutely deadly with it all set long. Nair into recovery. Darwin was ready for it. Could not get the punish off the backside of it, though.
And just a down light. Goes for the neutral signature afterwards. Stingray not really reacting, starting to take a lot of damage here. He's sweat beating, and he doesn't have the drift. Darwin knew it as well, went back towards the stage, and now Darwin with a massive lead could continue on, knocking another top player out.
It is quite the massive lead he's got, Duke. A full stock separates him and Stingray at this point. Stingray fighting to stay in this tournament on Demon Island. So unfortunately for both these players, actually, this is elimination side, so if you don't get it done here, you are done for the day. Okay, Whip, though, trying to mix things up a little bit. Darwin's having a very hard time fighting a starter. Stingray's not, though. Finishing off with the Sair. Looking for a good edge guard here. Ooh, a little premature on the down sig. Misses the pogo. Darwin dancing off stage. Daring Stingray to go out there and test him. Brings him back in the center stage. Hits him with the down sig. Ooh, it had vision. Yeah. It had vision.
You saw the idea there. Wanted to capitalize off the weapon hit. Still manages to find the KO blow and has some help to play with. Stingray needs this one if he wants to stay alive and force that game 5.
Well, he's doing a really good job of it so far because he's pretty much taking care of the damage deficit between them. But he's letting Darwin get him off stage like that. Darwin brings it back to reset his stocks. I mean, reset his options. Ooh, pogo.
All right, a little bit of a backup there on Stingray's part, starting to throw out some attacks. Darwin with that range on that downlight, catching Stingray. Damage a little bit in favor of Darwin right now.
By the very slightest amount. That Sayer makes it a little bit more though. That down sig definitely gets it done.
Caramba, ele sabe utilizar Artemis muito bem, velho. Da hora. Da hora, não conhecia esse player ainda. Apesar de ele usar bastante Sig, eu sei que muita gente vai reclamar disso, né? Achei legal ter finalmente alguém escolhido Artemis. Enfim, pessoal, um beijo e até o próximo vídeo. Tchau, tchau.